Hey guys, I'm Frank. Welcome back to my daily NFT news video. Today we are going to talk about scams, especially with Twitter accounts. There is 2 Twitter accounts that I spotted earlier, and I want to show you some stuff that will make you understand when something is fake or not. It's important because those people always at some point try to take you into an NFT project that are going to be rug pull. So you have to be careful. It's important. So watch until the end. We have also some news and no NFT project that I spotted yet. So I will more talk about scams than a good NFT project, but let's jump into it. So let me remove this sticker and move my face away from here, up, and let's go for it. So first things we're going to talk about is IPFS. So the IPFS is a protocol for the photos, the NFTs that you guys upload. If you don't want them to have them stored in one place, you actually get them into a IPFS form, so inside this protocol, and it's basically a sort of cloud inside a blockchain. You cannot lose it because there is not just one node that are storing your photos, but many of them. And now we have a company called Bluzelle, which I never heard about. Bluzelle, sorry. This one has a new mainnet decentralized storage, especially made for the NFT content, and so it's going to be a competitor of the IPFS, and that's fine, that's fair. We need to have more choices because that makes things easier for everyone, and more choice is always better. So what we can read here on Cointelegraph about this, and I will leave you the link in description, they are explaining how works a decentralized storage and why it's so useful not to have your photos into a FTP, because you see, if the FTP break down, you don't have access to it and nobody can see what the NFT, how the NFT looks like. So yeah, having the photo inside a decentralized place, it's much better, and so those guys are coming into the market, and I think it's good. It's always a great news. You can also see their website here. It's pretty well done and well explained. And now let's look into Faraway. So Faraway, they raised $30 million. It's a Solana-based NFT bronzer game. It's already working. They have actually raised earlier this year, I think back to maybe January this year, $8 million, and another $21 million Series A round. This kind of project is excellent because it shows you exactly what we can do with a metaverse and with NFTs, you know. So when you hear about project and they are saying, oh, we are going to do a video game, etc., etc., that's how it could look like at the end, but these things takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money, so don't always believe a road plan that insists into a game unless they can show you already with who they are working. Are they working with a video game dev team? Do they have partnership with any game company? Do we know the game company? This game company already made other games, etc., etc. So be careful, but this one is actually working. You can go try it. So I will leave you the link in description. I thought it's interesting. So they took $30 million so far. They will use it to improve the metaverse, the game. Have a look, it's interesting. And now let's talk about scams. So the first things I want to show you is this Twitter account, JamesHODLss. You might have came across, he has 14,000 followers. The account is full of bullshit, and you can see, read here, remember this one, be safe from scams, okay? Remember this, the guy, he managed to put this here on his profile when he's a scammer himself, so that's very interesting. Now if you go all the way in the bottom of his, he has only 71 tweets. That's basically what I want to show you. The account is fairly new, and I think it started back to October. So you see, the first tweet was back to October. So you will often see people telling you on Twitter, hey, you know what, I want to help someone today, and today I'm going to give 1 Ethereum. At the time of writing, you see it was $3,570, and he show you a screenshot. And of course, they never give you the full address here. We cannot see the full address. They never leave it anywhere. If it was their wallet, they will actually simply copy and paste this somewhere. That will be the ultimate proof that yes, this wallet does exist and has this amount of money. But instead, they just give you a small screenshot about the supposedly wallet that they own. But we can guess here it's actually made with Photoshop. People sometimes realize this or ask questions, but of course he's never answering. And when he says I'm going to offer Ethereum to someone, then you expect him to announce it, to say, okay, I give it to this winner, look at the transaction ID. Of course, this never happens. You're never going to see the winner. So if we look into his tweets on the 8th of October, we can see he's talking about Paris. This past week in Paris made me so much more bullish on NFTs. So clearly the guy is in Paris, right? But then when we look above, on the same day, we got a video of him inside a nice car. Of him, sorry, it's not him. We see a nice luxury car, a beautiful watch, whatever you want. But you see this bridge here? This is not Paris. This is Sydney. This is the Harbour Bridge. I live there, so I know what I'm talking about. I notice it straight away. So it's impossible for him to be in Paris and at the same time in Sydney. And as well, even if he was an Australian citizen, he wouldn't be able to go from Paris to Sydney at that time because they only authorized it, I think, like 3 days ago, so beginning of November now. So it's impossible that he was in Paris and then back later on in Sydney. So the guy is using fake videos. It's not a fake video, but it's not his video. It's not him behind the wheel. So don't trust everything you can see on Twitter, and especially when people making claim that they are making heaps of money and showing you some luxury places, cars. You see now here is probably, I don't know, maybe Ireland or UK, someone will know that, but it's definitely not France, I can tell you. So not anymore in France, neither in Australia. So he went from Paris here, he goes, I can't find it anymore, but he went from Paris to Sydney, and then few days later, let's say about 8 days later, up is in somewhere maybe UK or Ireland. So you guys should just be a bit logical when you look at those things. Don't fall for it. It's not because someone says something on Twitter or use a video that it makes it more real. Try to look a bit more into the things and notice how he talks about money and how he tries to get people into it. So after we look into his Twitter, you will notice a lot of time he's going to say, okay, look, I'm going to give away NFTs. You have to retweet my Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Share this account. Just trying to get more and more people into his Twitter so he can sell his shit later on. And here, as an example, he's trying to promote CyberLions NFTs. He's saying, I've got more NFTs than followers, so I will give one to a random person. It's worth 2 Ethereum. And what does it do? It creates, like, some people fall for it, believe it's true, and so they jump into the tweet and retweet and do whatever he says. And more people retweet and comment LFG here, more the tweet is going to be seen by many people, and people will jump into it as well, and so he can drag more people into his scam, etc, etc. So that's pretty much what they do, those fake accounts, and they're talking about be safe from scams, but they are scammers, but clearly scammers themselves. If you go into this NFT page, look at the artwork. Do you see any art here? Do you feel like there is any work done into it with the artist behind as well? Can you find the artist name here anywhere? No. Do we have a clear roadmap? No. So when we look at the roadmap, also notice we can see here customable, playable metaverse. What metaverse? Where? I want to see it. Who developed it? There is nothing about that. And then you read all the rest. There is pretty much nothing interesting. There is no fundamentals. There is no future for this NFT on top of looking shit. So it has no value basically. The only value we can see out of it is if people start to get in and buy and buy. But those people are so dodgy that what they do, they will buy themselves the NFTs just to raise up the price up to a certain level and then sell everything all at once. That's what they do. The same we can see with token, with crypto, when we have a pump and dump. That's the same things, guys. So very be careful. I'm showing you another account which is also advertising about the same project, which makes me clearly see this as a scam. Is this account, MrSour. MrSour is here since October. You can see he's already 7,000 followers. If we see the first tweet, also the same as this guy we just saw, a screenshot of a wallet. We don't see the wallet ID. We don't have no proof of anything. But you can see he's already talking about a giveaway. He's giving $10,000 for a retweet. So people start to retweet, crazy madness, and of course it brings more and more and more people into his Twitter and creates an audience. If we look a bit more into his account, we're going to notice this one. This one is interesting because you see he's filming his supposedly OpenSea page, and you can clearly see here MrSour, okay, owned by Mr.Sour. We see its dollars, okay, we see the number here. So let's have a look. I mean, why not? We can just go into OpenSea. So I write the same name, $6202, with the dash in front. And what do we see here? Which one's looking the same? We got two that looks kind of the same. If we don't want to bother too much, is this one, okay? It's looking on the right side. So this one, yeah? Okay, cool. I'm going to click here. Now notice one thing here. He's the owner, right? MrSour. So we should find him here, okay? sold, transfer, minted, blah blah blah, is nowhere to be found. This guy never owned this NFT. Yet he's making a video of a screenshot of his Photoshop. Huh? He's on Photoshop, or he prepared it, change all the text, whatever he wants, and then make you believe he owns these NFTs. They never owned it, so he's not going to give it away to anyone, okay? I'm going to give $2 worth 2 Ethereum to someone who retweets this tweet. And then he says also comment which NFT you like the most. So it makes more people active, and of course the tweets get seen by more people and brings more people to follow him because they think, oh look, he's giving away, but this is not his NFT. You never own it, and that's only made to trick you, because at the end of this whole bullshit, what he's talking about, minting now CyberLions NFT. So back into the same shit again. So same people behind this, same technique, same kind of account, just created to drag people into the scam and get more people to buy, and then goodbye, they live with the money, and you guys got an NFT worth nothing, not even an artwork, not even a piece of art, because it looks shit. So yeah, be careful guys, don't fall for it. Some people notice these things, or luckily some people do. This girl here, Carla Swati, that's how I noticed one of them, one of the scammer, and I had already this one spotted, this one I just showed you, Mr. Saw, but yeah, she noticed it, so great. We need more people like her, and what she said is, it's good. She said, please report him to Twitter as a spam, which is true. IMX NFT community notorious. Be responsible to your own community and report. So she's right here. That's what happened with those motherfuckers. We get a community that is getting full of scams, that's getting less and less trusted. We have people that lose money. Usually the victims are young, they have no experience into NFTs, they don't know how to spot scams. So yeah guys, be careful, report when you see something like that. When it looks too good, it's not true. That's it. And notice, look, read what the people talking about. Look at their Twitter. Are they often trying to get people to retweet stuff to win something? Look into that, and look into the details of whatever they post, whatever screenshot and videos, because it's easy to manipulate people, but those people, on top of being scammers, they don't even put much effort into it. They don't try to make things clean and clear. So we can spot always something that sounds weird, some fake stuff. Like here, we can clearly see he made a video, but we're never going to find him anywhere. He never been a owner of this NFT. So yeah, be careful when you see people talking about giveaways, trying even on a Discord to tell you, okay, you have to retweet. Go to the Twitter, retweet us, bring more people, invite 20 people. I saw sometimes invite 100 people. This is stupid. They're actually making their own Discord full of spam when they do that. If you see any project where they're saying, hey, invite 5, 10, 20 people, leave. This is not going to be a good project. You can see they already have their own community manager, and you get spam all the time because they just send thousands of invites just to try to get their 20 people on the server to get a spot in the giveaway, where they're not even 100% sure to end up being in the giveaway, but you get people joining the Discord and they will become inactive, and that is the worst. For a community, you want really people that are active, so you should not believe into those NFT projects where people are asking you to invite 20 people. I saw 100 people sometimes. This is just bullshit, and it's just going to create spam and make people upset, and the project is not gonna go well. So very be careful with those things. Be careful into Twitter. If you guys spot any scammer online, anything that seems to be wrong, don't hesitate to go to my Discord. We have a WatchDog, NFT WatchDog. It's to help people to be careful about NFT scams and to try to raise up awareness around all this NFT space. So we make sure we don't have as much as scammers as we have now. We want them out, and at some point we will get that. We will get them out. But until that, we need to be very vigilant. So you guys, please be careful, and I see you around on Discord. If you spot anything, let us know. We have a community there that try to work and fight against this, so don't hesitate to join. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I see you in another video later on. Bye bye.